Hey everyone and welcome back to Master of Orion. So, the game had a major update not too long ago. It added 3 new races, an improved AI, technological victory and all kinds of other things. It's still in early access, but I figured I'll check it out. I already played it on the channel in the previous early access build. It will be linked in the description below if you missed it and want to check it out. So, the 3 new races are the Klakon, the Meklar, and the Terrans. I think I'm going to play as the Terrans. They seem to be built mostly for war, which is something I like. Minus 20% ship cost, plus 25% beam attack, plus 20% combat points, and they start with engineering. The Klakons and the Meklars are also quite interesting. The Klakons get plus 50% food from population and plus 25% production from population. And they can upgrade a planet to an uber cavernous type planet. And the Meklars get minus 50% food consumption, plus 25% production from population, and they get auto repair. But we're going to try the Terrans, why not? So, the game actually has difficulty levels now, and an improved AI, which is one of the things I want to check out in this game, how much better the AI is. Because it was pretty basic in the previous build, in the first game that I played. So, Circle Galaxy is fine, medium size is fine, and let's try on hard. Alright? And we will include both Klakons and Meklars in the game. Alright, let's do this then. There are also some improvements to tactical combat, but I've not seen them yet, so I won't tell you what they are.
After centuries of strife and misery, the age of the Khans began. It was a time of great struggle, when dire circumstances called for radical solutions under ruthless and unwavering leadership. The price was dear, but through the iron rule of the Khans, mankind survived. Having pacified their home world of Alpha Ceti, the Terran Khanate now seeks to expand its territories to secure the rightful place of humans in the galaxy until the end of time.
Alright. So, here we are.
Good evening, Khan. My name is Emma. It would seem I've outranked my utility in the Ghost Brigades, and I've been reassigned as...
Alright, so let's start exploring then. Yeah, we know the basics already. I won't be explaining the very basics, because I already did that in the first series. Let's just move. We'll start exploring right away. Send the scouts to different ways. And... oh, we also have a frigate. Well, we don't know which of these systems are connected to what just yet. Let's check our planet. So, medium-sized planet, Terran biome and abundant minerals. Nothing special here. Alright. 1 turn to finish colony ship. We should probably focus on getting a little bit of extra population first. 9 turns. No, 12 turns. Yeah, 12 turns to get more population. Fine by me. And let's check our research. What do we want to research first? Probably biology, because more food. This will unlock both the hydroponic farm and biospheres. Yep, let's start with biology.
A brief interruption.
Once we get more population, I'll assign more scientists, but I want that extra population as soon as possible. There's our colony ship. So, let's just jump to the next system first. And we can move the colony ship to the jump point, but we're not going to warp just yet. And what do we want to build next? We don't need a missile base just yet. We'll just start another colony ship, because I assume we'll get more colonizable planets nearby. We definitely will. Still need 1 more turn, so we'll wait 2 turns over here. If there are no planets in this system that we can colonize, we'll go to the other one. Actually, is there anything in this system at all? Doesn't look like it. Yes, I don't need military advice, thanks. And I think I see some pirates, yep. I wonder if space pirates are more dangerous now, because they weren't very dangerous in the previous builds that I played. You would have to try really hard to lose to pirates. Right, let's check these planets first before I send the colony ship. We'll just wait one turn. Let's have a look. That's not a very good planet, ultra poor. And what about this one? That's much better. Alright, let's go this way, and we'll send the next colony ship here. I assume this isn't a gas giant, although it might be. So the pirates are heading to our system, it seems. That's probably not so good. Yeah, we might want to build another frigate, perhaps. One frigate might be enough, but who knows. And keep that colony ship in the queue. Done. Yeah, we'll get one more frigate, why not? Where's our first frigate, actually? That's a scout. Right, it's over here. Let's send it back to our home system. And we can keep scouting, I suppose. This way. The second frigate might not actually be necessary, but I'd rather get it. In case we'll have any problems with these pirates. They aren't very strong, I don't think so. No, they aren't. Okay, jump. Oh, quite a lot of big planets in that system. So, jump back with the frigate. Threatening fleet detected. Yes, I noticed, but thanks for the update.
Just a minute, Khan of Khans.
Alright, colonize our first planet. This is a pretty good one. So, what do we want to start with? We didn't finish our research yet. So... we could just start building the starbase, because we will need starbases eventually. Yep, we can always switch it around in the queue. I'm not going to wait 30 turns for that, but we can get some production towards it. And we'll switch to hydroponic farm once our research is done. In 4 turns. Okay, so we're back. Let's check these planets. That's promising. Ocean biome, rich mineral. Yeah, that's a really good one. I might even send the second colony ship there.
Excuse me.
An electromagnetic disturbance. Yes, we can investigate that. Let's have a look then.
We've detected a pirate fleet.
Oh, a pirate base. Okay. It's pretty close to our home system then. Alright, we'll take care of that in the future. Not right now, obviously. And check the other planets. That's not a terrible one, it does have artifacts. So that kind of makes up for the fact it's poor. Okay, one more turn to finish our ship. Now it's already here. So are they actually going to attack us? We can attack them. That should be pretty easy. Let's take command. There are supposed to be some improvements to tactical combat. I have no idea what they are. So we can... it starts paused. These are our 2 ships. So are there any new options? Ceasefire, retreat, match speeds. Yeah, that's new. Okay. Anyway, let's take care of these guys. This isn't exactly a very complicated fight. So we'll just attack them like that. We can speed up. There. Victory! Not that anyone is surprised. Alright, and now we can finish our colony ship. Can we just speed it up? No, we can't rush it just yet. Do we want to change anything else? Tax rate? Can we increase tax rate without getting any unrest yet? We should be able to. Yeah, we can. So that is definitely worth doing. In fact, we should maximize our tax.
My liege, a moment.
Okay, now we got some unrest. Alright. But 4 billion credits per population unit is fine. We won't get any unrest like that, at least not yet. I'll lower it later, if we start getting unrest. But there's no reason not to increase taxes. That will speed up our expansion because we'll be able to rush colony ships. Ultra poor, but it has gold. This is a really nice system. I definitely want to secure that system ASAP. We'll send the second colony ship there. Easily the best system that we found so far. Alright, let's check the third planet here and then we'll get out of here. Artifacts. Well, this isn't a terrible system. Gas giant, pirate base. Is this actually a decent planet with the pirate base? No, not really. Okay, never mind.
A brief interruption.
Okay, we got the population, so now we can move some population to production and research. I still want it to grow at a somewhat reasonable pace. Yeah, 26 turns is not that fast, but it's better than 100. And we will get more food once we get the biospheres and hydroponic farm. Let's get the biospheres because that's also +1 research. And while +1 research might not seem like a lot, it's 20% or just under 20% of our total research output right now.
Have made a new discovery.
And the next research is going to be... Let's see, automated factory. We do want that ASAP. Yep, let's go for physics. And we can actually rush the colony ship now. Definitely going to do that. Alright, the frigates will wait for a colony ship. They are going to be the escort. Probably not necessary, but you know, just in case. And yes, we will build a space factory after this. But after the biospheres, I want that food and research. So off we go, and then another colony ship after the space factory. And then hydroponic farm. Yep, we need to colonize at a decent pace. And let's explore in this direction. Alright people, let's move. And we found our first neighbor.
Transmission.
The Meklar.
This is the overseer of the Meklar Khanate.
Alright. Is that a colony ship?
Is
GNN.
You are tuned to GNN, the only network that tells you what you need to know. Bringing it to you live.
Galactic News Network, the galaxy's
Do they actually have any news?
reputable news source.
No, they are just introducing themselves. Alright, fair enough. Let's check this planet. So is this a colony ship? Yep, this is a colony ship. And this is a pretty decent planet. It has gold and abundant minerals. Obviously, I can't prevent them from settling that. It's too far away from me. And here's another neighbor.
I am the Emperor of
Okay.
the Bograthi.
Good to know. Yep, they settled it. But that was to be expected. Next. And let's just check their home system. I assume this is going to be their home system, because that's probably the case. Yep, that is their home system, Meklon. We won't be able to get past the military base, but that's fine. At least we verified that it is in fact their home system. So, this way. I don't want anyone to settle that, and there are 2 AIs in that general direction. So we will settle towards them for sure. Nothing interesting here. That's a wormhole. Okay.
And now,
GNN.
the news.
Did someone settle a third planet? Yep, the Bograthi did. So, where do we want to go? This way, I suppose? Or this way? Let's check this system. It's only 2 jumps away from our home system. Yeah, we can't move past the military outpost, obviously. We'll just go back. Next.
History is being written.
Few more turns. Hold on, which planet do we want to settle first? I like the artifacts, but I think I prefer the mineral-rich planet. Because we need production. We don't have a lot of planets yet. There's the automated factory and the neutron blaster. We will upgrade our designs. As for the next research, We should grab government, because that's the cheapest tech and it will unlock the research laboratory, which is something we definitely need. Because research is always a good thing. Let's go this way. Check out the Bulrati. Alright, give me that planet. There, we got it. Nice. So as a result, we got the whole system. And we'll start from hydroponic farm, I think. That's +2 food. And we want new planets to grow quickly. Yep, hydroponic farm. And this way. Is that their home system? Is it only 2 jumps away from the Meklar home system?
My liege,
I don't think. No, this is not their home system. There's the space factory, so... Let's see. We do have some asteroids here.
Excuse me.
Anomaly. Alright. We can check that out with the factory, right? Yes, we can. Maybe not the most optimal thing to do ever, but I don't have any other ships nearby. So we'll do it anyway. Space Pirate has enacted a blockade. Oh. Well then, we'll send our frigates. We should probably take care of that pirate base early on, because it's pretty damn close to us. Only 2 jumps away from our planet now. I think we'll have to take care of that. Research is done, so that unlocks the research laboratory and government support facility. That will increase morale. Now, what do we want to go for? I think we'll need a fleet early on, because we have 2 neighbors very close to us. So we need some defenses at the very least. Which means we want some military techs. We can highlight military techs like so, but there's no real need. So molecular manipulation, that will unlock the molecular missile, and atmospheric renewer. We might need that at some point. Fusion drive would also be nice, but let's go for the weapon first. Yep, 10 turns. That works. And check out these planets. That's not a very good one, but abundant minerals. That's always nice, even on a small planet. So this is a completely empty system, apparently. Alright. Carry on. So let's get rid of these pirates. They are blockading our planet. That's not very nice of them. What did we find? 98 credits. Good. Can we rush the colony ship? Yes, we can. Might as well do that. And kill these guys. I'll just use auto-resolve this time. The pirate raiders are very weak. We might want to build a military base somewhere around here. We could just colonize this system and then build a military base at this warp point, and then they won't be able to attack anyone ever. That's probably a good plan. I like that plan. That's a gas giant, not very good. Gems. A crappy planet, but it has gems. Ultra-poor planets are just so bad.
The news.
A poor planet isn't the end of the world, but ultra-poor have so low production. Destructive computer virus infects Terran... What? Halving research. That's not very nice. Oh well, I guess we can deal with that. It's not like we had a lot of research to begin with at the start of the game. Still slightly annoying. That's a nice planet over there, abundant, and it has gems. Okay, but it's a little bit far away from us. There's our colony ship, so where do we want to settle? Yeah, probably this system, and then we'll get a military base or so. A large planet. It's mineral poor, but it's large, so it will get quite a lot of population. Yep, let's go there. But maybe get an escort or something. Yeah, we should probably grab at least 1 frigate as an escort. Okay. What's in the queue? Hydroponic farm. And research lab after that, or even before that. I think research is a little bit more important right now. We'll get the research. Jump. And just rushing to colonize the area before someone else grabs the systems, especially the systems that are very close to us. That's a huge planet. Okay. You will stay here. Keep moving, people. And what can we do here? Asteroid mine or laboratory? Laboratory. We need that research. Yep. And right, we finished the hydroponic farm. We could make this grow a little bit faster by moving this guy to food. Yep, and then once we grow, we'll assign one citizen to production. And we can get started on biospheres. Okay.
History is being written.
Do we have unrest somewhere? No, we don't. Yeah, our morale is still okay. I will lower the taxes once we start getting unrest, but right now we are more than fine. Let's check this planet. Yeah, this planet needs to grow. We are actually almost done with that starbase, which isn't a bad thing. But we need to finish that later. Hydroponic farm and biospheres, that's more important. And then research laboratory. What do we want first? Hydroponic farm. And move this guy to food because we need the planet to grow at least to 2 population. With 2 population we can assign 1 citizen to food and 1 citizen to production. With just 1 population we have to choose one or the other. And if we keep that one guy assigned to production, the planet isn't going to grow. So getting that 2 population is pretty important early on. Alright, we can still explore a bit. That's just a wormhole. Can we go through that wormhole back to this one, perhaps? That would be interesting and useful. Alright, keep exploring as long as we can. We still need to check these systems. And move. Alright. Pretty good start so far. We still need to find more AIs. We explored a fair bit of the galaxy. It's slightly smaller than in the previous game. It's technically still a medium galaxy, but this type of galaxy seems to have fewer systems, which is good. Research laboratory completed. On our home system. Hydroponic farm, or do we want another ship perhaps? Automated factory. Yeah, actually, let's grab that automated factory. I might even rush it. Yeah, let's just rush it, there's no reason not to. And we'll grab a frigate. We need to have some defenses. Because if someone attacks us and we don't have a decent fleet to defend ourselves, that's going to be too late. And we are playing on hard. I don't know just how hard it's going to be with the improved AI, but we need defenses. Our research is almost done, and we met another AI, the Klakons.
Piece of the hive. We are the Klakon. We are many.
Alright. They are on the other side of the galaxy. And we got attacked. We can use auto-resolve. Easy enough.
Pardon the delay.
Yep, we got that wormhole. So can we go through the wormhole? I assume we can, or do we need a tech? No, we don't need a tech. Yep, that leads back to the wormhole close to our home system.
Greetings, friend.
We met the humans. That's going to be quite useful. It's only 2 jumps away from our home system. I like that. Alright, research. So this unlocks the missiles and atmospheric renewal. Upgrade designs, and what do we want next? Let's check the tech tree. I still want some more military techs. I wouldn't mind the fusion beam. And I kind of want that fusion drive. So we'll get the fusion drive. I can't afford the upgrades just yet, because we just spent money to upgrade or to buy the automated factory. So 1 turn to finish the frigate, and then we'll get hydroponic farm, or we'll get another colony ship. I think we should get another colony ship actually. The farm can wait. We need to colonize more systems before the AI beats us to it. So which planet do we want to grab? Not the ultra poor one. Yeah, the large one. This is going to be a fairly important system actually, because it kind of blocks access. Right, so we need this to grow first. We'll assign that guy to food, and start hydroponic farm. Yeah, without this system, anyone who's on this side of the galaxy can't actually get to us or can't reach this side. Other than through the wormhole. And it will block access to the pirates and vice versa. So unless I let someone through, I'm the only one who can actually clear that pirate base now. Because this is the only access to that system. Alright, let's keep exploring. Is that the Klakon home system? I don't think so. Oh, electromagnetic disturbance, right. Colony ship. We can still explore. Let's check out this system. It might be good. But now there's no rush. To get that, we should get a military base around there. Once we finish working on the asteroid. Okay. So we'll send that space factory here. It needs to do some work there. It will take a few turns, which is fine. As for the frigate, we'll just block the way. Actually, we should block the way for pirates. Orders. We got another frigate, good. That's an upgraded one. We can keep it on our home system for a bit. Also, still one system over here that we should check out. We are the only ones who can access it. Colony ship is next, yep. That's fine. More anomalies? Yes, I know there are planets, thanks. That's a pretty good one. What's Dark Quartz again? I can't check. But that's a really nice planet. Shame it's so far away from us. +1 population on our home system, nice. So move that to production, that will speed up the colony ship slightly. We can always grow the planet later. And frigate, yep, we will stay here to block access for pirates. As for the scout, scout this system and then this one. And actually, I'm going to make a cut here, continue in the next episode. Thanks for watching, let me know what you think about a new Master of Orion series. Your feedback on the new series is important for me, as always. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.